All right, Steve, let me ask you about Robinhood. The retail investing app announced yesterday it filed paperwork with the Securities and Exchange Commission for an IPO. No surprise, we know that the company needs to raise money. It could begin trading by the second quarter of this year. Robinhood was the major platform behind the GameStop day trading frenzy earlier this year. What's your take on an IPO?
I want to applaud their management. I think they're nailing it right now. They opened up a whole segment of the market that never was able to invest before. They changed the market. They made big players like Fidelity and Schwab change how they price things. So I applaud them. And now they're striking while the iron's hot. And the IPO market is as hot as anything right now. The average IPO is up 40-something% in the last year. It's up 5 times more this first quarter of this year compared to last year. So you're getting in with a market that's flush with cash. A bunch of stimulus checks just went out, so another round of cash sitting out there. And you've got a base that's going to buy your stock when it comes out there. We don't know yet a whole bunch of details on when they're going to put this out. But the truth is, their base will put a floor on it. You know, they're not going to be able to probably get in on most of the IPO. So there's not a lot of downside risk on this. So I have to applaud what they're doing and the timing they're doing it, and not getting too hung up on what happened with GameStop. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of lawsuits that came from it, but welcome to the big leagues. I don't know the exact stats, but I guarantee you Fidelity, Schwab, TD, Merrill Lynch, all the big institutions out there get sued all the time. So that's kind of a non-event. And just want to touch real quick on the inflation thing. Don't get hung up on inflation right now. I know it's the story. Don't let that hold you back from getting in the market. It's with what's going on in Europe, with how slow their recovery is, oil's can't go through the roof, and inflation can't go through the roof. It's going to have to be held down because of that. So if you're an investor, don't get too hung up on that in the next 3 to 6 months. It's not a reality.
Keith, Keith, I know that you're nodding, agreeing with Steve here on the GameStop situation and the IPO for Robinhood. We've had investors on this program who were saying, look, the management should not have put these rules in place. We wanted to trade these stocks and we had limitations. And they say it was all because the company needed money. Now we see that they need to raise money in an IPO. How do you see it?
Well, I think, again, to his point, I think that they're doing exactly what they should be doing. The IPO market is as hot as it's been in 20, 30 years. But, you know, this is the biggest self-pump and dump in history, potentially. You've got legions of shareholders who have democratized investment, and they're going to go after it. So, I don't like the fact that they've done this to individual investors, but I love the fact that they're being responsible and they're taking it to the markets the way they can.
All right. Great to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much. Keith Fitzgerald, Steve Dudash, Francis Newton, Stacy. Have a great Wednesday, you guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Much more ahead this morning coming up. Housing migrant children at Texas military facilities.